In this video, guys, we're going to look at subtle V-shaped reversal differences to be aware of. Stay tuned. Alright traders, warm welcome to you. Okay, hope your trading's been very good this past week. If it hasn't, don't worry, you've always got next week, always got next month, wherever you are watching this. But what I want to talk about in this video is the V-shaped reversal. I've actually flipped on its head a little bit. This is probably, I guess, an N-shaped reversal if you like, but you get the point. It's either going to be the V or it's going to be the inverted V, the TP, whatever you want to call it. Someone will come up with some name for it somewhere, right, and put it in a textbook. But the point is, it's an aggressive move in one direction or a trend in one direction that suddenly changes direction and comes back the other way. Now, from a perspective, if you're buying pullbacks, not great because you normally were going to get stopped out on it. If you think it's a pullback and you're buying this reversal, you're going to get hammered. However, from a perspective of trading the reversal, which is what we're talking about here, as in, hey, this market, and especially from an intraday perspective, but also maybe an intra-week perspective as well, an intra-quarter perspective of swing traders. Let's say you've had a trend in one direction, and we'll keep on day for this example, but like I say, you can use it in other time frames. I'll chug in one direction, and then lunchtime comes, say, and we start to move in the other direction. And the decision making process we've got now is we're saying to ourselves, right, are we going to, okay, let's say we've got an hour left into the close. So are we going to now start to press the short into the close? Or are we going to be very cautious and kind of leave it and see what happens because it's indecision? So that's the kind of decision we make, because V-shaped reversals can be very, very, very powerful from a perspective of, hey, supply-demand imbalance has shifted. So what's going on here? Or we want to get involved on this? Has someone changed their mind or midway, or groups of people change their mind midway through the day? Very powerful. But let me just look at these subtle differences between the two. So we've got this one here, I'm going to put this one as A, and we've got this one here as B. And I'll ask you before we kind of move on, which one, if you had to pick one of these, would you want to sell short? Assuming we've got 1 hour into the close, you want to sell short this, you've got to sell short one of them. You can't sit on your hands on this one. You're going to sell short and you're looking to hold this into the close. Which one of these would you prefer to see if you had to go short at this point here as we broke through this low? So let's say that was the open. We drove up, did this, come down. We're now coming down through here. We've got an hour until the close here on both of them, and we're selling aggressively through the break of lows. Which one, A or B? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below before we continue. Right. Now, look at the subtle, distinct differences. You probably spotted this already, but if you haven't, let's have a look at this. So we've got this distinct difference. On B, we have a double top, right? The price has not breached that high. It may well be lower in some examples, but the important thing is not breached that high. In A, we've done some work above the high. Now, what difference does that make, you might be asking? Well, if you think about the participants here, a lot of people are going to be trapped long. A lot of people are, depending on how long this has taken, this might have done a lot more work on it than this, but just for this rough example, these people here who have bought have believed that this price is going to go high. Now, it's not a lot of people in this specific example here, but there's a distinct difference, is that there are a group of people who have bought this and are now feeling the pain and pressure. Depending on how many people, how much volume was done there, you've got a different scenario than this kind of thing. And the scenario is also as well from the psychology of people who weren't in this. People who weren't in this have seen the fact that we've gone to fresh highs and we haven't accepted that and pushed higher, may well mean, okay, this is going to have a lot more weight to the downside than just this, which is just a traditional double top. We haven't seen anybody get sucked in. We haven't seen any aggressive buyers suddenly losing it. So this will have more weight to it than this because of this trap that we've set. There's been a bull trap set. Buyers have been sucked into this, and if you imagine if it was a daily chart and it was over a week, that might be a few days worth of trade. Even better from this perspective. A few days worth of trade now comes down. This is going to be far more juicy pushing into the lows. Same if it's an intraday chart, guys. If that was like a lunchtime session, we did some work up there, maybe 2 or 3 hours, and then push lower. Even better, because you've got that trap, and the trap set adds more fuel to the fire on the reversal, as opposed to this, which, yes, you know, the momentum could possibly go through there, but then it could just hold here as well and do nothing, as could this, of course, which is why we have stop losses and why we manage our risks. There's never 100% accuracy on anything, but the fact that we've broken through, done a little bit of a fake, adds a subtle difference, a subtle extra edge in your trade if you're trading the V-shaped reversal. So think about that one. Have a look at your charts as well as the markets that you prefer to trade, and just see those V-shaped reversals. There's one on crude oil recently, actually did exactly the same thing, did some work above the high, then just completely reversed and ripped down to lows. So have a look at your favorite chart, whether it's a forex pair, whether it's currency, index, whatever, and just see how if you can see any of those and how much more brutal the ones are that actually do break the high or do break the low before reversing. All right, guys, take care. Whatever you're doing, I'll see you next one. Goodbye.